Where do I start? I should I should not be liking Tao. The new Farsight. And he's cool. He's cool as fudge. He's really, really awesome. Yeah. I don't know where to start. It's that I've always struggled a little bit with the Tau because they're quite squat and chunky, and this is totally not squat and chunky. This is all sleek and slender and samurai armor and anime style Gundam amazingness. Yeah, it's great. It almost it has vibes of like some of the Gundam frames, but he's really cool. He's really cool. Wow. And he's got a plant. He's got a tree. He's got a tree on his rock. So he's got a tactical rock and a tactical tree. They've also got little electrical connections on the inside of the ball and socket joints, which is curious. So we'll have a play around with that. It is all ball and socket jointed, which is great. So I'm going to be able to play around a little bit with the pose. Hopefully, we'll see that when we start building a little bit more of him. The sword, I think this is just a personal thing with me. The sword is never big. The swords are never big enough. I think that sword needs to be a little bit longer in context and proportions of the model. But goddamn, look at the head. The head. Where's the head? Where's the head on the sprue? It's going to be about 18 different. There it is. Yeah, it's going to be a couple of different parts. The head is so cool. One thing I like is that it's quite obviously still Tau, but it's just sleeker. Like, I don't know how to say it. He's just sleeker and more slender, more athletic looking. Yeah, the dangerous thing about this is that I'm looking at this and seeing how much I want to see how much posability I've got on the kit when I start building it, but I want to cut the hands off and make a crisis bodyguard unit out of this model for him as well. So I now need 4 Farsights because I want this and 3 crisis bodyguard suits, all matching. Yeah, this might be. And I have a colour scheme for it as well. Yeah. We're going to get building. The sprue itself, there are. It looks like these are going to be fragile when you're snipping, but there's probably plenty of actual plastic on there to keep that from even remotely bending or snapping. In fact, let's try one. I don't think there's going to be any. It's not going to be any distortion. No, there's nothing there. This is there's absolutely there's no stress or strain. That one a tiny bit, but it's pushing that way. That one will be absolutely fine. Yeah, they're all fine. What's on this sprue? Same on this sprue. There's nothing really on this sprue either. When you were cutting the sword out, I would definitely cut that bit there first. It stops you trimming that and pushing and straining this little joint there. But I mean, the plastic, I will say this, the plastic from Games Workshop is some of the best plastic in terms of flexibility and strength that you can get in model kits. So all those kits which are held and supported by tiny little bits at the bottom of their bases still have a plenty of strength to hold the model. They're not going to snap off. Games Workshop plastic is very, very good. I'm sure it's their own special formula or something, but there's not much plastic like this on the market. What is that? What is that? I should not be excited about assembling Tau. This is bad. This is bad. This is really cool, but this is bad. Right, I'm going to start snipping this out, and we're going to build him up and see how much posability we've got. And this is going to be so cool. And yeah, I will come back to you in a split second once we've built Farsight. I know nothing about Tau. I don't even know who he is. Like, I feel really bad. I'm very, very sorry. Thank you very much to Games Workshop for sending it to me, but I don't know anything about Commander Farsight. Right. Yeah. Oops. Right. Let's get this built. I got carried away and I got him painted, or at least started. He's not painted, but he has paint on, and also it's incredibly cold at the moment, hence the hat. So I've got him painted up. He's really cool. I've done a couple of things. So I've made his sword a little bit longer. So I've added a section in here. You can just actually you can't. I've done a really good job with. Oh yeah, you can there. There's the join. So the join there. So I've added that much in, and then added in an extra panel here. That's just some milliput, which is sanded down and then cut square, just so that it matches that, and also it hides that second join as well. So I only had to worry about cleaning up one join, which is this one here, which isn't too bad actually. It's pretty well hidden. The underside. The underside's pretty good as well, actually. I'm quite impressed with that. I've done quite well. So yeah, I've made the sword a little bit longer. You know what I'm like with swords. Swords need to be a little bit longer. I think it just sits a little bit better in the proportions and the perspective of the model. The model itself goes together really well. The ball and socket joints on the hips and the shoulders are a little bit of an awkward one. However, I've completely ignored where they're supposed to go, and they have little nodules that registrate into like tiny little balls and then sockets that they kind of clip in. I've just clipped off the balls so that they slide in nice and neatly, and then you can manipulate and change the pose a little bit. This is a massive bugbear of mine. I hate it. Games Workshop, please stop doing this. So the air inlets on the jump pack. Sorry, I need a quick drink. The air inlets on the jump pack have a join right down the centre of them, which makes it incredibly difficult to get a clean join, to get a clean join line, cover it up. Yes, you could probably squeeze some glue in there, but then you're going to be scraping out every single fin. Games Workshop, if you're doing this, please just put all of this on one side of the jump pack, and then just have it sit inside this. Like it's infuriating. It's worse than where the bellows. Let's get a very, very quick Space Marine. The little bellows joins on Space Marines when you have mold lines running down the centre of those, that's a nightmare to clean up. But this is worse because now I've got all of those fins. If I wanted to enter this into Golden Demon or paint it for a competition, I'd have to fill all that line and then spend ages just cleaning and sanding out every single join. So yeah, please don't do that anymore. just put the whole piece on one half and have it fit into this side. Anyway, the rest of the model goes together really well. The flamer / plasma, I think it's a flamer. I'm not very good with my Tau stuff, and it's a little bit hidden underneath the shield, but hey, that's fine. And one of the reasons why I'm really, 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 really liking this new aesthetic, the new kind of slender legs, slender articulated parts. I love the samurai shoulder pad and everything, and I quite like the single eye as well. I have just trimmed out, and I got a file and just sanded a little horseshoe, a little semicircle in the bottom of that, just so that you could see the eye a little bit more. So I can do a little bit of OSL under here, just to make the eye pop out a little bit. But yeah, the sword is pin straight as well, so it's converted up really, really well. The reason why I'm very excited about this is one of my favourite games when I was growing up was a game called Armored Core. And this, like, oh, it's so close. It's so close to what the new Farsight is actually looking like. So that's why he's also kind of pre-shaded, pre-highlighted, and I've got a white highlight coming in because I'm going to try and paint him up really, really battered like the old Armored Core models. It's going to be so cool. So yeah, I'm going to try and do something like this with him. We'll see how far I get. But yeah, really, really cool. Nice model. Nice model. I do like it. If they could do all the Tau like this, that would be fantastic. I'm incredibly tempted to get some more of these and do some bodyguard units to go along with him. They are a little bit larger than the Crisis battlesuits. Obviously, the Crisis battlesuits are much smaller. But I don't know. It's the 8, isn't it? It's the Farsight and the 8. So you could easily use this, and Shadow Sun. That's a really nice new sleek model as well, and convert all those up and make some really cool. Make a really cool unit. He's so badass. Really, really nice. I was not expecting to like this model quite this much. Very, very cool. Well done, Games Workshop. Now do more Tau like this, please. Fantastic. Plans for the base. If you look at any of the old Armored Core games, they're all fighting over derelict buildings and factories and things. So I'm going to, if I can, I'm going to try and get him mounted on some very small scale. I'm kind of tempted to use some of the Titanicus small scale terrain and really kind of push the size of this and just kind of fiddle with the scale of things. So I'm going to try and use some of the small scale Adeptus Titanicus terrain and have him coming down and landing on just on this foot. So he's going to be landing on something here like that. And yeah, I think it's going to look really cool. Very, very nice model. I'm very excited to see how everybody paints it up. So if you are painting him, please, please, please drop me a tag on Instagram. He's going to look really, really cool in all the little paint jobs. And also let me know whether you think lengthening the sword is actually worth it or not. It did take a little bit of time, but I quite like it. Right, now I'm going to finish this one up because I do have to get my stream ready. I need to go and make some food as well. So you can catch me on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and most Saturdays as well. This month we are doing boarding party paint-alongs on Saturday, so you can tune in for that if you like. It is twitch.tv/Chris Frossin, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter under the same name, Chris Frossin. And obviously there's a Patreon as well if you'd like to sign up to that and help me out. And I will see you at the next kit review, build, conversion thing that we do as well. Super, super cool. I wonder what that actually says. It looks like Tau gear backwards. It looks like it says Tau. It looks like it says Tau there and then gear there. I'm sure it's not. But yeah, there we go. Never been a fan of Tau until this model. Really nice. Really, really nice. Thanks very much, everybody. Take care, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.